Hello Mr. Owen and team. Okay, so in this video I'll be showing you how you can quickly create a dynamic pricing, okay, within Nected. Okay, so for dynamic pricing I will be choosing a decision table which is more into a tabular format, which will be using around to build any more complex dynamic pricing conditions, right? So what I will be choosing here as a dynamic pricing, for building any rule, any logic, what you have to do, you just have to define your input attributes here. Okay, that can be a custom property name, you can just choose here. Okay, and you can build conditions around choosing these properties what you have defined. Okay, based on these, if this condition execute first, what will be the result and outcome. Okay, and this is the API and this is the API payload. Accordingly you can choose here, you can see. And if this condition executes, the result is what you desired. Okay, you can choose an action, you can call an action, you can update it back in a DB, you can update it back in a Google Sheet, you can call an action within a it's a kind of, you are just executing the rule, and after that you can call, you're calling an action. Okay, and after that you can also update a API. Okay, so that's how quickly three steps what I have shown you to build any logic, any rule around, right? And like I will be showing you dynamic pricing here. So for dynamic pricing, you can take as location as a input attributes, as a input param, that can be a string. Okay, so that is US. There's a test value that can be the dynamic while you will be testing your API. Okay, and these are the checks that can be null, case sensitive, or is optional. Okay, you can just choose here according to your use case. So location, I will be choosing a product type, that is also string. So says, hey, the product type is health, or it's a machine type. Health machine. Okay, and what you can choose, you can choose a proper product inventory. Okay, that can be numeric, so I'm just entering the test value here as a 10. Okay, you can also choose a workshop location. That is kind of, you can say, string. Okay. This is also a dynamic value what I'm putting here, US workshop. Now I'm just saving this. Now you can see what input attributes in the properties I've defined is being exposed over here. Using these properties, now I can build any condition. Okay, I can choose location here, says, hey, location is equals US. Okay, says, hey, product type is machine health. Okay, now you can choose here as product inventory is greater than 5 or 10. Okay, workshop location is equals US workshop. Okay, if these condition executes, what will be the outcome accordingly? You can see here as like okay, I can define the result as numeric, that is a price, dynamic price. According to this, if this rows can execute first, that can be, you can say, $100. Okay, and you can define as a string. You can define multiple results type here. See as a currency here. Okay, now you can define another row with a different condition. Now says, hey, location is equals to India. Now product type is the product type is, you can say as a weigh machine. Okay, now the product inventory is greater than 10. Okay, and the workshop location is equals India workshop. You can use as a USD here. So what will the dynamic price if this condition executes? Okay, so the dynamic price can be 1000 rupees. Okay, and if you want to map the workshop location according with the pricing, okay, you can actually map these value. Like you want to a dynamic mapping result. Suppose say, hey, workshop, which workshop it is being located. So you can just map the value here is a workshop location. Okay, and you can see this is the API and this is the API payload accordingly. You can see these API payloads you are choosing just. Okay, and you have you can just test this accordingly. So if says so this is a test value, but I'm testing it. Weigh machine. Okay, product inventory is greater than 10, like 15. It's India workshop. I will test this. Now this is the output I'm getting it. This is the output. You can see that currency is in rupees, dynamic price is 1000, workshop is India workshop, what it is getting the pricing for. That I'm getting a workshop India workshop, and this is the pricing for India workshop for this. If this condition executes, okay, what we have defined, and these are the test value what we have defined, and this is the output accordingly. And you can just see the success, and you can see the execution time within under 100 milliseconds. Okay, I hope you guys have have gone through the use case what I have shown you accordingly in this video. Okay, you can just reach out to us, okay, if you have any doubts, like while you will be using or building your use case. Okay, so this is the example how you can build a quick dynamic pricing, okay, using input parameters. Okay, and accordingly you have the API ready. Okay, and also you can just see here, this is the version controlling. So I can publish this or I can request for approval. Okay, so while I will be publishing this, I need a approval from the approver, okay, who will be approving my API after testing all these things or after seeing all the input parameters if it is correct. Okay, so I can request a review that this is my version 1 of dynamic pricing. Okay, I can add a reviewer who can review accordingly. I can send it for review. So once it is waiting for approval, it is approved, I can publish it to the production. Okay, so we have two environment, staging and production accordingly. And also once it is published, you can also check earlier what version we have chosen. Okay, and accordingly you can just compare the version accordingly, and you can just roll it back if you want. Okay, So here is a quick example. Thank you.